and they have actually been feeling a lot better due to the fact that they can do certain things. Now, it is very degrading to go and see these prisoners in jail. I witnessed that by going on a Friday to enroll myself first, to let them know that I was there. To do that, I had to take my copy of my passport, another identification that showed my photo, and then I have to go to the Fiscalia and then get this sign by them and stand by them before I can actually go and put my name down. After that, you stand there from 5 o'clock in the morning. People are coming from all over the country to actually get your number to go into the prison. Then you move into a second stage. Once you get the number, you do another queue, which is very, very long. And you stand there to wait until they call your number and you go into the jail in groups of 10. Those at that point in time, they tell you that you can bring the food for them, because you are going to have lunch with them, because once you get into the jail you can't get out until 3:30 in the afternoon. It's a whole day to be there. Then they check the food that you bring, and they actually stuffed it in and make sure that there's nothing into the food that you can take in, as mobile phones and other things, and money. You can take money, you can take any jewelry with you, can take anything like that, because they believe that you will give it to them, and then in that way they will have money to do deals and buy different things, which does happen. Of course, it happens in every jail, in every part of the world. You get checked by dogs. You sit down in groups of 10, and a policeman brings a dog, and the dog just goes around you, probably to spot if the dog actually stopped, which happens when I was there, stopping one of the girls, and that girl got put aside and then checked thoroughly before she goes into the next checkpoint. At the next checkpoint, once you go through, you get checked by another group of women who actually search you without clothing. You take your shoes off, you go past the machine, you sit on a chair that weighs you, and in the chair it would tell them whether you are carrying anything but your normal standard clothing with you. Once you go past and get down off the chair, you get into a room where another policeman is there, a woman policeman with gloves, who checks you through and pass your hands all over your body. That has changed since 2009. They used to check you through even in your genitals and see whether you were carrying something. At this time they didn't do that, and what they did, they have a special wand which they pass through you. They're very rough, they're very hard on the women that are going to visit. About the food, about what you're taking in. They change the rules every morning. Every Saturday or Sunday they change the rules. So there is a method of being ready for anything. On the day that I was there, they actually call out from inside, and they scream out the door to the people that are waiting that on this particular day they would only allow 5 arepas, which is the normal standard bread that people eat in Colombia, and only 5 this time. There were women that they had 10 or 15. If the other women don't have the money there to buy, they normally, because they know each other, they gave it to the other ones, or they eat it outside because they can't waste it. If they can't do that, there's bins where they can throw all that good food, and it gets wasted later on. To get to Liliani or to any of the prisoners there, you get stamps on your left hand, on your left arm, and on your right arm. There's 9 stamps altogether, with 3 water seal stamps that are only seen by them with a special blue light. If you haven't got that on your way out, you have to make sure that those stamps don't dry, don't go away while you put your sleeves down, because you will encounter a lot of problems to try to get out of the jail if you haven't got one of those stamps. So you make sure that your sleeves are rolled up and you don't touch your arms against your body or anything else, so you're able to get out with any problems. I am a diabetes, and I ask on the Saturday I have to go in and ask to speak to the director so they can allow me to bring my injection in, because I can't live without the insulin. And they told me that I couldn't, so that I couldn't go in and see Liliani because they didn't allow me to bring my insulin in. They were thinking that I was bringing something into the jail. I did have a letter from my doctor, and I asked to speak to the director, and I told them that whether they allowed me to go in with my insulin or not, I would go in on the Sunday, because I have enrolled myself on the Friday to go in, and that will be on their hands what could happen to me if I didn't bring my insulin into the jail. The director had a look at my papers. They asked me to come back at 1 o'clock. I spent all morning on Saturday waiting for them to give me an answer. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they come out to tell me that the director have signed a special authority for me to go in on the Sunday and see Liliani. And I was very pleased about that, because either way I was going to go in, and it would have been in their hands if anything would happen to me, because I didn't have my insulin. And I was certain that with that being an Australian citizen, they didn't want to do that. I went in on Saturday and on Sunday, and on Saturday a comrade from Canada that have come to see Liliani has gone in. When I got in on Sunday, the first thing that they told me at the last checkpoint, if I was any relative of the person that have gone to see Liliani the previous day. And I said, well, did you have a passport? That's from Canada, I'm from Australia, so we're not relatives, but we all work in solidarity and human rights. Thank you very much, and I hope that you understood how terrible it is to go in and see someone in Colombia. Thank you.